All right, all right, all right. Welcome back. Everybody's out there. Just decided we go do a live. Do the live thing. Sitting here carving. The death of summer is upon us, friends. 7:30 here, and it's already dark. Already dark. Yeah. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Yes, it's me. I'm here again. Hey, Terry. How goes it, man? I've been here 100 times before. Each time I wanna slam the front door. Just doing a little carving. Figured I'd come on and see what everybody was up to on this wonderful Wednesday. Got the boats put to bed for the winter. Yep. Now it's time to batten down the hatches. Reinforce the walls. Yeah, I don't plan on giving up my day job. My day job is rock and roll singer, in case you didn't know it. Hi Mike, how you doing? Critics, everybody's a critic. I got a standing ovation for that song at 3 o'clock in the morning at a karaoke bar. There was only two people there, and I was buying him beer. So it's amazing what you can get away with at 3 o'clock in the morning in a karaoke bar. You're a rock star, man. That's good, Mike. Glad you're doing well. Got the boat put away for the winter. Although now is the time when fishing is the best. Water's cooling down. Do I ever get over my way, or do I ever get over your way? Not that often do I get over that way, Terry. Over in the middle of the state, Big Rapids. It's a nice place. I've been there. I think it's a nice little town. You guys are getting hammered with the hurricanes this year, aren't you? Well, it's hurricane season. It's still terrible, though. Everybody goes, oh, it's just hurricane season. Yeah. It's just a season where the winds blow 130 miles an hour, washing fish up on the shore and flooding thousands of acres of land. Michael Bailey. How you doing, Michael? Yeah. Big box of cedar. I think they call them cedar stays, don't they? Hi, baby. Yep, I got done with the boats and decided to come out here. Hurricanes and tornadoes. Florida. How the heck do you guys get any oranges with all that wind? They must get blown right off the trees. Not good. No. I thought the lower Midwest was rough with all the tornadoes they get down through there. Tornado Alley. You know what the grape said when the guy stepped on him? Let's let out a little wine. I'm looking for something here. I don't have my little gouges in here, so I'm going to have to try it with this V tool. I want to define that eye socket a little bit there, but I don't want it to be a sharp, like it was. That's why I cut it back on an angle there, because it was getting really sharp. Hey, Grumpy Lay Bark Carver. Pretty good. How you doing, Grumpy? Woke up this morning, so that's a good start to every day. Timothy Reed coming in disguise, being secret agent man. He's got that secret age persona going. I ordered something new to show you guys, but it's not here yet, so you're going to have to wait. Well, that's easy to take care of. Just get some of that Raid roach spray. They'll take care of them from bugging you. I think old Timothy Reed's from down there in Florida too. Yeah, my mouse Elvis went missing. Yep. I think he got caught in a trap. Hey, Christopher. Haven't seen you around in a long time, bud. Seen some, you're building some cabins or a barn or something there. Timber post. That's wild. That's got to be some heavy work, man. Yeah, I guess you have been busy. Using the big tools. Super busy. Well, I'm glad you could stop by and visit us then. I know how it is to be super busy. No time to breathe. Yeah, Christopher, he's been building a timber building, which is all great big monster poles, big 100 like 7x7s, 8x8s, 12x12s. I don't know, they're huge. Things got to weigh like 30 bazillion pounds apiece. He's the guy that inspired me to carve a flying pig. Yep. That and shitting down Joe Biden's chimney. That killed me. Yeah, they are massive beams. I don't know how you work with them. Lots of heavy machinery, I guess. Now, are they all pinned together with wooden dowels too? Or are you using metal on them? Flying pigs, swimming birds. Yeah, I've seen them all. All the old sea captains. You want to learn how to carve a sea captain? You gotta go check out Christopher's YouTube channel. That guy carves a wicked. Yeah, carefully, all pegged. Yeah. I used to live on the East Coast there in New Jersey, and all the barns, the big barns for the hay with the cows under them. For some reason, they always put the cows under the barn. But the hay loft and everything was huge. It was on top of it, slate roof. And those barns were all timber frame barns. They had to be because you couldn't really have any like little 2x4 walls holding up this big. It's basically a 3-story, maybe even 4-story hollow shell. So you got to have them big timbers to hold that sucker together. And they've been there for, ever since the 13 colonies. And I remember, man, them beams were huge. And then they were mortised so that one beam fit inside the other beam. And then they drove a big ass peg in them. Hi, Mike tries to carve. Yeah, those things are, but they'll stand forever because of the structure is so heavy duty. It's like using a tank to go back and forth to work. You're not worried about the other cars on the road. That thing's going to be there for 15 or 20 generations. Like the barn that I used to live right down the street from, I grew up down there. And that had been in their family for like 8 generations. That farm. It was a dairy farm. Grew up in a 300-year-old house. Yeah, and if you tear it apart to do anything, you can see as you go back through time on it, right? Like I got an old house up here that I bought, and we were tearing everything out of it to kind of modernize it. Ripped the drywall, or not drywall, it's plasterboard. We ripped that out, and here's these brass lines running all through the house for lanterns, gas lanterns. And then you go back a little bit, or they were probably kerosene lanterns. You go back a little bit further, we tore the floors up, and here's newspaper clippings that they used for insulation way back when they started building the place, from 1930, Black Monday. Yeah, it was it's a real, you get a real history lesson when you take apart an old house to kind of modernize it. But it's awesome that there's still people out there like Chris that is still building things the old way that will be here 100, 200 years from now. All the modern homes they won't be here no 200 years from now. They'll be dirt. They'll be in the dirt. They'll be dirt bags. Yeah, when we were tearing the walls apart in this place, you wouldn't believe there's probably a good 3/8 of an inch of different types of wallpaper that they had used over, the last 100 years. Yeah, we have Amish up here, and yeah, they still build that way. They don't build huge barns, but because they don't do a lot. They do a lot of horses, not cows here. And but you'll 50 of them out there raising a barn. And it's all timber harvested off their land, and they're building it the same way Chris is building his houses or barns. I don't know what they're timber frame built anyway. And the superstructure of them things are just humongous. And there's not a nail used in them. It's all wooden dowel or pegged. And them guys, they're not using no electric drills. You know, they're still using the old 1-inch brace bits or 1.25 inch, whatever size pins they're driving into that stuff. And you can't believe that they put that. They'll have that building up in a week. They'll have a barn raising, and they'll get the main superstructure of that barn up in 2 days. Now, I'm not saying they do all of the timber work in 2 days. They've got that well done ahead of time. Yep, the octagon pegs. That keeps them from spinning in there. But yeah, I can see the work just from your short videos. I can see the work that you put into that. And man, oh man, I bet you don't want to drill all them holes with a whatever 2-inch brace. Yeah, they do. All we can do is substitute hydraulics for manpower. I should say that's the best we can do. Well, then you got nobody to yell at. You got nobody to yell at. If you work by yourself, you're the chief cook and bottle washer. So something goes wrong, it's all on you, right? There's no blame game there. But then you get to kick yourself in the ass for the next week over it. Oh, I don't blame you. Hell, it would take you 3 years to build one of them buildings if you're using the old hand brace. For those of you who don't know, a hand brace is a hand crank drill. And some of them come with like a big palm button on the back of them. So you can put it against your chest, and then it's offset so you can drill it. Yeah, I say that too. People go, "Why are you talking to yourself?" You know, like, because I want to have an intelligent conversation for a change. I'm not conceited. I'm convinced. Yeah. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it. You're definitely a rock star in the carving world. Well, in my carving world, which okay. Uh, but yeah, the stuff you build is just phenomenal. Phenomenal. I watch that one show about the cabin movers. They go gather up all those old log cabins down south, and they move them and refurbish them, turn them into houses. And I'm like, boy, that's a job and a half. But that's only like not even half the job, because they're already cut and pinned and everything. All right, baby kisses. Good night. They just got to undo all that stuff, move it, and then put new pins and stuff in it. But they don't got to do all the mill work like you do. Holy cow! This guy's got a chainsaw that it probably takes 3 people to use. That thing's got a bar on it like no tomorrow. I'm surprised that you can even cut a straight line with it. It's probably it got that 4-foot chainsaw's got that bend in the bar. You need a midget on the end. Oh, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it now. I use that word. A little person on the end of it to hold the bar. 36-inch bar, huh? I know that one Chris has got. That thing is a pretty good sized bar on it. I've seen those. They're like a 6-foot bar, and they actually have a handle on the end of them for a guy to hang on to. You got the guy running the saw, and then you got another guy at the end holding the end of the bar. Man, that's got to be a shit job holding the end of that bar up. Holy cow! I'd be wanting some danger pay. I want some danger pay for hanging. That chain came off from there, man. Stoink! They'd be calling you Lefty, because that thing would take your arm right off. Yeah, if you guys want to see, check out Chris LaMontagne. All right, see you later, Terry. Yeah, Christopher LaMontagne. He's got some awesome carving videos on there. He does some crazy stuff, but then he does some serious stuff too, like the sea captains and stuff that he's carved. But he's got some funny stuff like Santa pooping down Biden's chimney and flying fish and all kinds of great stuff on that. But he's been busy, so he hasn't been doing too much YouTube. Yeah, he is. He's good. If he's good, I'm going to tell you he's good. That is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But you gotta have the business of business too. If that's how you make your dollars, is making timber frame buildings, then that's what you gotta do. Mark, hi Jordy. Mark who? Mark who? Yeah, Chris is good. He's real good. Somebody said Mark has gun stock carving videos or something. I think I can't see the comments, so they kind of come up and then they disappear. Mark tries to carve. Oh yeah. I thought you were giving me information for another channel to watch. I'm like, all right, because there's not that many gun carving videos out there, but you're winterizing all your plants right now. But okay, well you just hang on and listen, man. Yeah, I remember Jordy carving that carrot too. He made a mess. I carved some carrots, but they're wood. I just use the YouTube editing video. You cut. Hi, Amy Joe. Yep, that's what I use is you cut to edit the videos. I was using there are so many different editing programs. I was using DaVinci. It's a free program, but man, it is a high-tech program. It'll get you all the bells and whistles. Well, they use it out in Hollywood for editing movies, so DaVinci. Rick, Evil Rick turned me on to that program. Evil Rick. I was bitching about my editing software, and he's like, well, I use that DaVinci program. It's free. So I used it, for people. It's free. You got a headache when you opened it. Yeah, it's quite involved, that program. I don't. I haven't seen any new Evil Rick videos other than some where he's gone to like motorcycle things. Old Evil Rick, he's a hardcore Harley or bike guy, and that's what he enjoys doing. So that's what he do. No problems with that. He might still be carving, just not putting out videos, but I don't know. We'd have to ask Uncle Jordy that question. Jordy would know more about that than I. Yeah, his bike videos are pretty cool. Jeez, the shop inspector's sitting over there in the recliner, just snoring away. Oh, she heard me say her name. Now she's looking at me. I gotta stop digging in here. I'm just digging a trench to nowhere. Digging a trench to nowhere. Nah. She knows she's in the man cave, so we have snacks out here for her. Yes, I made it. Okay, you know that foamy packing material that they send everything in nowadays? Not styrofoam. It's like I want to say almost spongy. But yeah, I took what is that? Looked like a 2x6, and I drilled a 3-inch hole in it because this is a 2.5-inch hose. So I drilled a 3-inch hole through it, and then I drilled down here and I drilled down here, and I put the screws in it. Hi, Jim. So I could put the screws in it, and then I took it through the table saw, and I split it like a big hose clamp. And then I got that piece of packing foam, this stuff here, see how squishy it is? I got to tighten this screw down a little bit more. And you can move the hose in and out, and that packing, see, that's why I got to tighten it up. Well, that's good it came out anyway. This packing stuff here, see how squishy it is? Allows it to slide in and out. But when I did this wood was really green because it's a piece of old pressure treated wood that was outside. It was really green when I put it all together, and now it's dried out. You can see the gap I got there, right? So, yeah, that's how. And then it's screwed to the top of the workbench. I got this old piece of cedar here screwed to the top. This is screwed to the cedar, and then that gives me ears to screw it down to the workbench. And I got it only screwed down on one side so I can swivel the whole thing. Yep. So that's that. Any other questions? And that works really good for me. I just got to tighten up that screw so that it gets more of a pinch on my hose. See what happened. Normally I can push that all the way back out of the way and the foamy thing stays there, but now that it's opened up, I push it back and it pushes it out because you got the neck of the neck of this nozzle here. No problem, Mike. Best thing you can do for your vacuum if you're using a shop vac is go on Amazon and get one of those dust deputies or what the heck is it called? Dust deputy, dust cyclone. And then that dust cyclone dumps into get a 5-gallon and hook bolt the dust cyclone to the top of it. And then all your dust goes in there instead of in your vacuum, so you don't got to keep changing filters all the time. That's what I did. Jordy's been using that style for years, and he told me about it, and I'm like, cool. I was going broke, Dust Devil, yeah. I was going broke buying freaking filters for that shop vac every couple weeks. Yep, that's the biggest piece of advice you can give anybody on a dust collection system. Yep, get the Dust Deputy, or I think at Home Depot they got one now that actually fits right on top of a 5-gallon bucket. Hey, Rick Smith. Yeah, I have blown them out, and it's like I lose so much vacuum because you got to remember now we're carving here quite a bit. So even though you guys aren't seeing it, I mean, we got a whole buffalo we did. Buffaloes. Buffaloes everywhere. I got to carve me a baby buffalo head now. Thank you. So, yep. That is Ponderosa pine at its finest right there. Ponderosa pine. Yeah, we don't just carve goofy stuff. We do carve some serious stuff every now and then. You know, it's not all pixies and pot lollipops. Sometimes it is, but not all the time. Sometimes it's zombie Geordies. I still gotta make his glasses. And sometimes it's just zombie army guys. And sometimes it's Grim Reapers, and sometimes it's pixies. Sometimes it's pixies. Sometimes it's witches. And sometimes it's buffaloes. Sometimes it's just buffaloes. Sometimes it's bobblehead Geordies and Brian Cooks and rabbits with one ears. Oop. And dirty workbenches with knives and stuff stuck all over them. And sometimes it's squirrels. Whoa, what happened there, man? That really zoomed in. Let's get you guys back where you belong here. Oh, yes, sir. There's plenty of wood spears, but they're hanging on the walls. Yep. And I'm not showing you the whole shot, the whole man cave, so. There's even some carousel horses. You know, it's about a foot long by about 10 inches high. Yeah, I gotta suck it up. I got cleaned up. Yep. That's a cam, my prototype cam for the Zombie Mom, the animatronic automaton Zombie Mom. That was my cam prototype, and then I cut it out of a piece of plywood. We can throw that away. We don't need that no more. So where were we? Oh, I was thinking I'm going to cut this guy's head off. I don't know if I really care for it. Still got enough room I could fit another one in there. This guy will not be completed in one piece of wood, okay? We're going to flatten this out right here on both sides, and we're going to attach arms because I want them wider than the wood is. Or maybe. See, otherwise I got to have his arms come in like this. Like have both hands come together. And then I guess I could put a sickle going this way. But yeah, I kind of wanted them to have, you know, even if this arm is just out like that, like come to me, and then have this arm over to the side holding the sickle, like come to me. I'm gonna chop you up. So I got to make a decision here on what we're going to do. What do you guys think? Stop doing that, Rob. If you're going to cut his head off and start anew, you're going to need all that you can get. Because then if I cut the head off, I won't do it on the corner. I'll do it on the flat. And that gives me, well, actually, this way gives me more width on the wood. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But this would have to be cut on a different angle. Because I want this arm to be, see how it's kind of straight right now? I want it to be like that. So that means this wood has to be cut back on that angle there. I could turn him into a grave digger. Yeah, I could. He'd be one freaky looking grave digger. There she is snoring again. See, now that arm's angled outward. It's getting there. You just got to keep taking wood from back here and leave it up there. Because we haven't done nothing for the shaping of the back of this yet. So we can get away with, oh, here's something that looks straight. Yeah, like that there. So it's angled away from the body. And then this one would just be kind of straight out. And when we put our piece of wood in here, it's not just going to be the arm. It'll also incorporate the, I don't even know what you call it. Cape? No, not a cape. Whatever you call that thing. It's like a dress that he wears. Shroud? A shroud? Is that what it's called? A shroud? And then we glue this arm on. I think we're going to go that way with it. Yeah, we're going to have that arm so it's coming off. Don't got to be a real steep angle. Robe. Yeah, there we go. Robe. Thanks, Rick. And then we'll use a lot bigger piece of wood, you know, on here to angle that out. And then we can carve that into an arm. And we can go ahead and use the drapery for the robe, the cloak. Yeah. And then we'll pin that with a shish kebab skewer. And a shish kebab skewer. I'll pin it with a shish kebab skewer to hold it there and then clamp it and glue it. And then when I get back into carving it, all that, you know, the cloak, robe will roll off his shoulder and then underneath, and then it'll be draped, right? And then out here, he'll have we'll put a bigger base on him too. We'll put a bigger base here so that we can have that arm come out with the sickle. No, I have not tried steak knives. I hear they're a good knife. I've seen other carvers Gene Messer was using a Badger State knife, and I want to say Alec Lacasse has a Badger State knife. I know he's got the deep holler woods knife. I know he has some of them, but no, I don't have one. I'll just keep beating up on these guys. Oh, you love yours, huh? That's good. I just keep beating up on the ones I got for a while. Like my flex cuts. I'll tell you what, for a cheap knife, that is a good knife right there. I've had this. This was one of my first carving knives right here. I bought a set of these. It came with a detail knife, 2 Pelican knives, and I don't know if there was a 4th knife or not. I don't remember. But it was like $80. And then I see you can get these for $22 just for a detail knife. And if I had it all over to do all over again, that's what I would do, is just buy a detail knife. That's how most wood carvers get started. They'll buy out like the beginner's kit, the whittling kit, which was this knife, the Pelican, a big Pelican knife. Well, I use this. This is one that came in that kit too. I do use the crapola out of this one. So I have the multi-flex cut. Oh, the one with the handle that interchanges the things, the gouges. And this one here came in that kit. Yeah. Yeah, it was these 4. There was 4 of them, okay? There's one that's got a real heavy thing on it. Doesn't swoop down like that, the roughing knife. And then the next one was, so you got that, basically a detail knife, a rough out knife, and then these 2 Pelican knives, which this one I have heavily modified over the time. And this one here, I really haven't used this one that much, but I probably need to sharpen it. But this is a really thick blade. It'll cut. This is like an extreme sweep knife here. Oh, you got the beaver crap set? I've got a beaver crap here. For $13, I couldn't say no, but I should have said no. It's good steel. Every carver has their own likes and dislikes on knives. And my dislike with this knife was the handle. It was way too short. It was kind of shaped like I don't even see one here. It's shaped like, it was kind of shaped, well, it was kind of shaped like this, but and I didn't like the handle, so I got this piece of maple and I stained every layer of it, and then I epoxied it together, and I took the original beaver crap. This is the original detail beaver crap blade out of their handle, and then I stuck it in this handle. So it's a bigger handle. It fits my fat hand pretty good. And then I took it to the grinder. I took it to the grinder. I reprofiled this blade to make it more Scandi grind like this blade, right? So I took her to the grinder. She lost some weight under my tutelage. It lost some weight. Yes, it did. So yeah, it's a beaver. I'll say it's beavercraft steel, just carve, rob, grind, and handle. That's what I'm gonna say, because it's nowhere near the original grind. that was on it. You know, the angle here. It was just too thick for me. I like a thin bladed knife, and this has an awesome backbone in it. Hi, Matthew. But I didn't care for the grind, and I didn't care for the handle. So for 13 bucks, it's decent steel. I made my own handle and I reground the blade. I mean, I can't even buy the steel to make that blade for 13 bucks anymore. So, I mean, I wasn't expecting much for $13, but you know, I do use this knife quite a bit since I have reground it and rehandled it. And this is a flex cut knife here. This is a wicked knife for something that thick. I mean, look here. Here's our regular carving knife. Hey, Perry. This is 3 times the backbone. It's 3 times as thick as that. But then again, it's 4 times as long. But this grind is so shallow on here. This has got to be like a 12-degree grind on this blade. This thing is so wicked sharp, man. This flex cut is wicked sharp. For a big knife like that, it is wicked. Would you be quiet over there? Nobody wants to hear you growling, groaning. All right, Tim. Wife is calling. Stay safe. Yep, we'll catch you on the next one. So yeah, this is the very pointy too. It don't take much to get blood. You can't hear me. I don't know what's up with that. £6 of yellow. What the hell are you talking about, Jordy? Are you sure you ain't smoking some of them flowers instead of just winterizing them? Oh, the dog, the dog over there growling. She always wakes up grumpy. Oh man, that thing is wicked pointy. But this is a great knife. When I go out in the woods, I carry this knife. No, it's not a bear knife. It's just a carving knife. Oh yeah, I buff these up all the time. I just I took my Dremel with the cutting wheel. There, one of these stupid rosin cutting wheels. Oh yeah. I thought maybe you're talking about a 6-pound yellow perch. And just slice it back. The more flexible you want it, the more angle you want to have right here, right? If you want it to be less flexible and more stiff, you cut it more up this way like that. Hey, Matt, how's it going? Yeah, it's Mora, yep. But this is a the flex cut version of the Mora. The indestructible, incomprehensible Mora. That's a good knife too. But a lot of the Moras now, they're not putting the tang all the way through. From what I've seen on somebody's video, they cut one down. But this one, you can see that tang goes all the way through because she's peened over on the end. So yeah, and this is wicked sharp. I've never had a Mora, but I had thought about the Mora 125. I had thought about buying one, but I didn't. So yeah, Jordy's got a fetish for these these guys now. Him and I go in spurts and sprees on buying stupid shit, and now we're hooked on the Stanley the Stanley knives. He's got the Canadian version. I got the U.S. version, I guess. Oh, I have super glued back when super glue was super glue. Now it's some reasonable facsimile of super glue. Man, I remember when they first came out with super glue. If you got that stuff on your fingers and went like that, boop, you were there. You had to break out mom's fingernail polish remover to get her loose. What blades do I use? Stanley. These are just your Stanley razor blades. I bought a pack of these Linux blades right here. It says last 10 times longer. Okay, they are a lot thicker blade, but yeah, these are Linux here. This one here is a Linux, and I mean I could put them side by side and press on them. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is a lot thicker blade thickness here with the Linux, and I can tell it when I'm trying to carve. I've been buffing the crap out of this blade, trying to wear it down, get it more of an angle this way. And this old Stanley blade here, from whenever the heck this thing was made, it was probably put in there in 1970, 1963 or whatever. I mean, see, this is cutting okay, but the thinner blade, it still glides through the wood better. And preferences, I like this one better. I don't know, maybe not because it's older, but this is older, by the way. This was built back in the late 50s, and this one was built in the late 60s, early 70s. I wish they had an actual date code stamped in them. Let's see if there's one inside. Let's see, Rob. Stop flapping your lips and show me. See if they got a casting date stamp. I guess I watched the history. Jordy sent me a thing on the history of Stanley, basically carpentry knives, right? Utility knives. And they started out with these. They were made in cast iron back in the 40s, I guess. No, 30s, early 30s. There's a blade. There's a blade. This one here isn't as old as I thought it was. Open yours up, Jordy, and see if they got these numbers inside of here. Oh, I'm sorry, these are not dates. These are different styles of these blades. Because it says 1992 is a heavy duty blade. Then 1998 is a hook blade. The 1995, oh, they make a carbide blade. No kidding. And then the 1998 is a linoleum blade. Yeah. Let's see if there's a date stamp on this side. Nope, just says HB3. HB3. But yeah, these are just plain old some rusty Stanley blades here. But they're pretty bendy. And then my old one over there, that's got the new Linux blade in it. Not overly excited about it. I don't know. These blades here I got, whatever I did with them are, what the heck did they call them? They're the new platinum blade or something like that. They're supposed to last 10 times longer than the regular, flexi Stanley blade ones. But then again, I could see why they're thicker. Well, this screwdriver ain't gonna work with that slot, is it? Nope. Not today. Not today. It's not. Have you guys enough about these stupid utility knives yet? Let's see. Not a thing in there. Except another blade that here's a good example right here. How I cut it. I cut this one a little too far back though. Well, not really, because I'm using, you can see these have got, well, this one has a 1 pin slot here, 1 pin thingy. So you can put it there and have it shorter. But I usually use the second one because I want the blade to be a little longer. And then you got, this is the Linux blade here. Oh, it says carbide on it. It don't grind like carbide, I can tell you that. I don't think it's real carbide. I've cut a lot of, I have ground lots of carbide in my day for blades and broaching jigs and all that kinds of crap. And this grinds way too easy to be carbide. I think maybe that's just the name they call it, carbide. It's a misnomer. It's kind of like giant shrimp, you know? It's a giant shrimp. Do you put blades in your blades to cut it? I have left them in the knife. And you can do it. It's a pain, but you can do it. I got vice grip pliers, needle nose pliers. I've held them with that. And yeah. Do not hold them in your fingers and try to do it. You will burn your fingers and then possibly cut your fingers when that thing gets hot and you let go of it. And that's the other thing. Make sure you got a cup of water if you're cutting this. You know, do a little grinding, dip it in the water. Do a little grinding, dip it in the water. Do a little grinding, dip it in the water. The vice grips work best. The little needle nose vice grips. I grab the blade, click, then you got it in your hand. You can lay it on the bench, on the edge of your bench, and take your cutter, this thing here, this little cutter guy, and cut it, like that. Your fingers work best. Yeah, well, we're talking about normal people here, Jordy. Jordy's burned his fingers so many times that he don't feel the calluses anymore. Yeah, I have 1.5 inch OCC knife. I like it. That was my first high grade. Let's go with high grade carving knife I ever bought. I bought these to start out with. Okay, we went through the whole flex cut thing already. I bought them to start out with, and then I kept watching Doug Linker, and he's like using OCC. So I'm like, okay, I'll order. I ordered 1.5 inch OCC knife, and I really liked it. It works really well. I still use it to this day, but now it's 1 3/8 inches because I've sharpened it so much. And then I went and bought this OCC knife, which is I believe 2.5 inch. Get out the tape ruler of knowledge. Yep, 2.5 inch OCC. And then I thought I lost this one, but I didn't. I had it in my to-go box, and I couldn't find it. I looked all over the shop for it, and I really got aggravated, so I just ordered another one, right? But it's a little different. It's kind of got like finger grooves in it right here. And so now I got 2 of them. This is my older one. This stays in the shop, and then the new one is in the box, the one with the little finger groovy things. And then I went to, this little 1 inch detail knife. Not too happy with it. Um, yeah, I got to. It's really thick. I mean, it's really thick. So it's got to go on a diet. We got to get rid of some. I've been working on it, and stoning it to try bringing this angle down. I don't really this little blade. I don't want to put it on the grinder to reshape it to thin it out a little bit. I'd rather just I'm just going to work it down with a stone, and sooner or later we'll get there. It's no big rush. It's still the most important part is the pointy tip on it for carbonize and stuff, and that's fine. But to make like slice cuts with it, um, it wants to fight me a bit. I mean, it's nice and shiny. I don't see no scuff marks. It is what it is, but you know, you got other knives, just blow right through it. And we got the other OCC knife, it just, you know, butter. So you got to choose your battles with knives. But yeah, this one's okay. I use it a lot for eyes, but this one here is even better for eyes. Oh, they are sharp, believe me. That's yeah, it's a plenty sharp. It's bit a couple times. But these are the guys here, these two, this one, that one, this one over here, that one there. Yep, this one here. I love using this one too. Then I've got some different gouges and stuff that are flex cut. I got a whole set of these guys, and oh yeah, Georgie's got a few chainsaws. Yes, he does. I personally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6. Three Husqvarnas and a steel, and then a battery saw. It's a Bauer 20 volt. That thing has impressed the crap out of me. I thought, oh, you know, gonna be a piece of junk. What could a 20 volt saw do? But I'll tell you, that thing has impressed. It has impressed me. Okay, we got these guys, these Lennox blades here. Might as well throw them in the toolbox and get them off the bench before they wind up in the garbage can on the floor or someplace I can't find them. I think I got a mouse that's a carpenter that comes in here and steals all my crap every night. Seems like it anyway. I get stuff missing all the time in here. And I'm the only one with a key to the joint, so maybe it's a shop inspector. Maybe she's taking that crap outside and stealing it and burying it. She's like, we're going to play ball. Enough of your carving, Dad. Enough of your carving. I want to go play ball. That dog, man, it loves to play ball. Don't like bringing the ball back to you, but it loves chasing it. She will chase a ball. She'll take it. She'll run. She plays ball by herself. She'll throw the ball. She'll chase the ball. She'll get the ball. She'll throw the ball. But she will not bring it back to you. You're like the you start the game. You throw the ball one time, and then you'll never see the ball again. You'll never see the ball again. She'll take it and throw it in the air and chase it and catch it and throw it and In the middle of the night, she'll find one of her tennis balls underneath the table or something, and all you hear is clunk, 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 like her playing ball by herself. Crazy dog. And then you gotta go out there and take the ball away from her because you're trying to sleep, right? Here's this dog bouncing the ball off the wall. So you go take the ball away from her, and you get those the puppy dog eyes. What did I do? Why are you taking the ball, Dad? Because it's 3 o'clock in the freaking morning and you're bouncing the ball all over the house. I bought her a basketball to play with, and she popped it in like 3 seconds. She's like Shaq, she palmed the ball and all your, and then she was done with it. Like with tennis balls, whenever she pops a tennis ball, she's done with it. She's weird. Now she's looking at me. Like, what are you talking about me for, man? I got one ear up. I can hear everything you're saying with this one ear. Have to learn how to repair them. What are we repairing? Basketball holes. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't even try with this dog. I even bought her a soccer ball. Figured they might be tougher. Nope. She bit the friggin' little triangles off of it, or not triangles, octagons. They're all stitched together, right? She chewed them right off of it. Then she popped it. We're gonna have to give her like gorillas. We're just gonna have to give her a friggin' tire. Give her a tire and let her chew on that for a while. All right, where are we at here? That's looking pretty good. I'd say that's heading in the right direction. Yep. I guess we could get rid of some of this squareness, this pointiness to his front here, or somewhere around here. I started on a hand. Scratch my head. I don't know. Does this thing look dark to you guys? I got two LED lights on it. If I raise you up that high, I can't see the comments. One of these days, I'm going to have to bring my tablet out here. I'm going to have to bring a tablet out here so I can have this in the overhead and look at the comments on the tablet. I guess that's the way everybody does it. But I don't have very good internet where I am. I just went with that satellite internet thing. And like the other night, we were having a little bit of stormy weather and I did a live, and everybody's like, hey, you keep freezing up. Well, the big clouds go in front of that satellite up there in the outer of space. And that's all she wrote. It'll cut in and out on you. And now with winter storm season coming upon us, we'll have to see how that all rolls out. All right, we've been at it for over an hour now. Hour and 10 minutes, I guess. Yeah, I no, I didn't start a new live that day. Me and Jordy I'd had it up to here, right, to the top of his head. I was had it up to here with the internet that day, and Jordy and I had tried going on live together, and that was a fail because I couldn't see what he was doing, but he could see what I was doing. I don't know. Don't know what was going on with that. Um, and then I just went live. He left, and I just went live, and it's like then the internet was acting up, and that may have been why our live wasn't working. The one him and I were trying to do. Oh man, I left my Geordie from the land, the land yonder, out in the truck. I think that's what isn't that what that wizard comes from? Is the land yonder? Yolanda Wander, the land of wander. You guys want to see him? I'll go get him. Only take me a couple seconds to get to the truck. Thanks, Amy Jo. From the land of the land yonder. Go get him. Okay, hang on. Are you talking to the people? I hear you in here. You telling them all about it? Did she keep you guys entertained? The shop, yeah. She woke up and I wasn't sitting next to her, so she got mad. There she goes, back on the recliner. Okay, here's our Geordie from the land beyonder. Let's see. Have the rest of his? Do I have the rest of his kit here on the workbench? Is the question. I don't know what I did with it. Beyonder, that's what it is. He's from the land beyonder. Oh man, I lost it. I don't know where it went. I made a little propeller to go on his hat. The land yonder. I don't know where that stuff went. It was right here. Beyonder. Oh, we gotta kick that in the guts. Get a little more heat on that guy. The land beyonder. If there's Robs, hairy little Robs in the land yonder, there's got to be some hairy little Geordies in the land yonder. Yeah, we're still live. Getting ready to shut her down, though. We're talking about the Geordie from the land yonder. The land beyonder is wander over yonder. We might as well give them a little color while we're at it. This is why I never get one project done. There's always some little guy that needs more. Now, there is no eyes, but what the most important cut I can ever teach anybody to cut is the 3-way chip cut. To get depth and to give shadow, like in the eyes, well, where the eyes would be, but there is no eyes, the shadow. Let me get this piece of, I'll finish burning him on my own time. Is the 3-way chip cut. That is going to give you your maximum shadow value. So what you do is you come in from any 3 directions you like that, and then pop that chip out of there. Oh, my mistake. Like that. That 3-way chip cut. There, there, and there. And that will give you your maximum shadowness. Like that. Works good for pumpkin eyes, corners of the mouth, corners of your eyes, to make the appearance that there's an eye there when there's not. If that was just a cut, and I chipped it back that way. And then in here, the same thing. There's the cut, and the cut. And then I just chipped that whole thing out, whoop, like that, and then came back and added the wrinkles in. We're going to be making another one of these. This is my prototype. So we'll be making another one of these on the Just Carve Rob channel. Hopefully I'll have it done for this weekend, but I can't make no promises. We got a long ways to go and a short time to get there. The weather is changing. It's getting colder. So, yeah. The winter things have got to get into motivation, unfortunately. I hate to say it. Boats have got to be put away. Chickens have got to be plucked. Deer have got to be hunted. All that good stuff. Turkeys have got to be turkeyed. Yeah, the temperature's been dropping here every day. It's like something like 40 degrees here right now. By the end of tonight, it'll be down to in the high 30s. I must have missed something. Somebody loved something. I'm trying to look up and look down. I'm looking up and down at the same time. It ain't working for me. Time to run out to carve. Oh, missed that one. Got to get my firewood split this weekend. Yep. I usually like doing the firewood in the spring, so then I don't got to worry about it this time of year. But it's been weird. The weather has been unusual. Your past video, I got 7 projects started. Yeah, it can sneak up on you quick, can't it? I've got 7 projects here all the freaking time. I think I got 10 of them on the go right now. But some of them are getting done. Some of them aren't getting done. I got to put that knife away. This knife here. The Fadinger knife. Rough knife right there. Yeah, from what I understand, Helvey is a hell of a knife. Good name too, Helvey. Is a heck of a knife, and I just haven't been fortunate enough to wrangle one yet. That extra $100 always seems to have a home to go to, because that's right around what you're going to pay for a Helvey knife, between 70 to $100, depending on what style it is and which one of their. They have specialty knives made by certain wood carvers. So yeah, I've seen some of them go on eBay for hundreds of dollars. Way yonder. There he is, Jordy, the Jordy from way yonder. We're going to be carving another one. This is just my prototype. Probably going to make our next one out of like an 1.5 by 1.5 block. So he'll be bigger. I always do my first runs on the little 1-inch stuff because it's so much faster to carve. Like this one, I dove into it on a 2x2, and I should have done it in a 1x1 first. Then that would give me I would have had all my cuts figured out, and that one would have just been, 3 days like that. It would have been 3 weeks. Yeah, we got all kinds of Geordies here. We got way yonder Geordies. We got Geordie zombies. We got Geordie bobblehead over there. I got Geordie pumpkin outside with a big rat crawling inside of his head and a spider on top of his hat. We got one Ryan Cook thing. We got one Ryan Cook over there. He's a bobblehead too, next to Geordie bobblehead flipping the finger. Well, now that is just aggravating. I found the one part of the thing, but now I can't find the other part of the thing. Yeah, I probably threw it out. It's not in my sawdust. Probably on the floor. Crab apples. Oh, well. I already told you guys what it was. You'll get to see them again. I'll find another piece of, I used a little piece of red plastic. It made it look like a figure 8, like an 8. Like that. Oh, you guys can't see that. Like this, like a figure 8. And then poked a hole in it. And then I got a little piece of wire here. And I had it on the wire. And you could spin it. So it's like one of the propeller beanies. But I lost the propeller because I pulled that all out when I was carving the top. Sounds like a Geordie thing. Yeah. But I wasn't really planning on showing this guy tonight, so I wasn't prepared with it. Like I'm ever prepared, right? I'm never prepared. My brain won't let me think that. I don't even know if I'm going to carve, like in a day. I can't get my head around that far into the future. It's a stress issue. A stress issue. I think I had a. Have you ever carved a shop inspector bobblehead? No, I have not. I have carved a shop inspector. She was with my Bigfoot girl, and I that left. Bigfoot girl left and took her dog with her. I have carved still got my hillbilly hound dog. I got the book Hillbillies, carving hillbillies when I first started carving. So I carved the whole family of hillbillies. And one of the things in the hillbilly carving was a dog. Well, these guys are dusty. So we got this hillbilly here that I carved. And then we got his dog, Blue. Boy, they dusty. All right. Anyway, I guess we'll call that a night, guys. We'll talk to you later. I should carve a bobblehead dog for we'll carve a bobblehead. Oh, I got a whole family of these guys. We got fat ones, short ones, tall ones, skinny ones. There's a whole family of them up there on the rack, on the shelving unit there. So anyway, before I get into another rambling mess, take care, stay safe, carve if you can, carve every day, carve something awesome. And we will catch you on the next one. All right? All right. Yeah, what the dog said. All right, good night. You bet, no problems. Glad you guys enjoyed the chat. How's Jordy do it go? How does Jordy sign off? 3, 2, 1.